Yo, 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 it's the Book Zombie. I got Mr. Adams right here about the interview. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know right now. Mr. Adams is one of them ones. He's not a regular MC. Like, he been around for a while, so he know a lot, he's seen a lot. And he's gonna give us a lot of game. It's gonna be a real interesting interview. He's got quite a lot of knowledge about the history of Greensboro's hip hop culture. So I'm very intrigued to know the story of what the culture of Greensboro hip hop, you know, has been like over the years. And also he has a project that's about to come out called Heat Monsters. And man, I've seen him working hard, and I've, you know, got a little snippet, and man, it's some heat, man. It's some smoking mirrors. Yo, it's some shit. Yo, I don't know if y'all ready, man. Y'all ready? I'm gonna go on and bring him in, man. Mr. Adams.
What's up with it, man? What's going on, man?
Yo, all right, man. All right, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Doing pretty good.
Good. Good to see you, bro. Good
Yes,
to
sir.
see you.
Yes,
So
sir.
like I was telling the people, man, you know, you've been around for quite some time. You've seen a lot, and you know
Mhm.
quite a bit of the history of Greensboro, and
Yeah,
you know,
I know a little something. I know a little something, man. I
mm,
seen it. I seen it. And I seen it change, and then I seen, So yeah, I done seen all types of things with this hip hop. I like where it's going now. But at the in the journey, it was what it was. So it's all a learning experience in the journey, with this music. You know what I mean?
mm. So yo, so check it, man. If Bob Ross, if he was painting a picture, man, and he did a collage, of
Mm,
your early days.
mm,
What would be some of the things that he would put in there, especially a street sign?
wow. Oh man. Oh man. Well, you can either keep going or give up. That's you're in the fork of the road, and it's like how bad you want to do this, and it's a lot of consistency. So I think that he would probably have a path and a fork in the road on which way to go. You know what I'm saying? You could go to the right to keep going, or if you had enough, you go to the road that stops, and you'll never know what might come about at the end if you would have stuck with it. So I took that road just to see. Yeah.
Deep answer, deep answer. So if he was painting, say like some locations in Greensboro that represented you, what areas would he be painting?
Oh man. Well, man, areas in Greensboro. I'm from Rotherwood, uh, over there by Greenfield. Um, not too far away from Dudley High School. So definitely, right there in my neighborhood as far as, Rotherwood. But man, it's Panther Pride, so to speak. Um, you know, and also Flatiron, also Back Table, you know, places where they let the artists, showcase their talent. So it'll be a collage of those areas behind me.
Sound like a dope picture, man.
Yeah, yeah, I can
What
see it.
what stood out to you first in hip hop? in Greensboro?
When like what stood out first is, I would say like the Depot. You know what I'm saying? When hip hop really like, what I'm saying, hit the ground over here, it was all about the Depot, man. You had to be at the Depot, and that was
Okay.
when, and that was the place to be. That
So
stood out.
for the people that do not know, give us an understanding of what the depot is.
Okay, well, the Depot currently is it's the train station downtown, of course. But before all that, they somehow turned it into like a hip hop event center, and it was dope. You know what I'm saying? I remember, you could walk in, it had the floors were all nice and shiny, and this is like just when the interest part, and you had people, breaking and doing all that, and then as you keep going, you're going to another section where it had the lit dance floor, and and you got people doing, having a good time, and then they had like a movie. But then you go to another section, they had like, if you wanted to watch a movie or whatever. But it was just everything was like hip hop orientated, and man, that's what the theme was, and that's what was going down, man. You had to be there. You know what I'm saying? The spot, yeah.
Was there was there anything say that was like say any kind of characteristics in hip hop that was inside of Greensboro that say people outside of Greensboro wouldn't recognize?
Oh wow. I
Like give
don't
us
know,
some
man.
early
Give
lingo,
you some.
for instance.
Uh, I can just say that the Busy Boys, when they came out,
Okay.
they really held it down, waved a flag for Greensboro. Um, you got people like Selinsky and Dana Lucci.
Okay.
Those guys right there. They was the ones that really like
Okay.
turned the light on Greensboro and
Who
hip
who
hop.
was the first one? Who is the godfather of Greensboro?
You know what? It's hard to say, but I'm just gonna just say if and this is based on what I think. If we're gonna go there, I'm gonna have to give it to Lucci. I'm gonna have to give it to Dana. I'm gonna have
Rest
to
in
just
peace.
respectfully. Just respectfully. I know I could be, because there's other people, but my opinion, I would have to give it to Lucci, man, because
So
yeah,
so during his era, because I agree, I was a little younger, so I
right.
wasn't able to interact, but I was able to witness from afar. So
Hmm.
I get an understanding of his influence in
Hmm.
Greensboro. So
Hmm.
how was you interacting, with
Man,
the in that time?
and that right there, well, in that time, I was a fan. I was just a fan, and I was just trying to keep up as far as what they would, the music that they would put out. I would, make sure that I would get however it was out, cassette, CD, whatever it was. I wanted to make sure I could listen to somebody from our city that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you love the music like that, you'll be a fan because it was original music coming from the city. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So talk about like say the first cassette that you purchased.
Wow. Now the first cassette is, oh wow. Okay. So I'm gonna go back now, so it's gonna be something like probably the Run DMC with Sucker MCs on it. I remember that one. And then I remember getting a Rick the Ruler when it had Nightmares. Nightmares. I remember that when it came out. Yeah, I was in high school. And let me see, it was, man, Dougie Fresh was real big back then too.
Okay.
6 minutes, all that right there.
Uh-huh.
Back then, you remember. Um, um, yeah. So, like I said, man, I'm just glad that I was able to really appreciate hip hop from the roots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To where
Yeah.
to where it is now.
What year did you pick up the pen the first time?
Wow, man. I'm gonna have to say like early '90s. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, people may not know, but I used to be a breaker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So after breakdancing, kind of, at least here faded, then I was like, man, I still had the love for it. So I wanted to start, I wanted to be an MC then. That's when I wanted to be one. And so, it just started from there.
Question. Now you mentioned you was a breaker. I won't paint this picture for me because, like I say, I was a little younger. Cause I'm like, man, I'm wishing I was around during that time, man. That sounds like heaven. So,
Man,
where in Greensboro could you be breakdancing at? Where
see,
was the cardboard at?
all right. Well, it was a couple of places in Greensboro. Like I mentioned, the depot, and then they had Skate Station One and Skate Station Two. You know what I'm saying? So it was, people were just, doing wherever, what I'm saying. But Skate Station One, Skate Station Two, the depot, and then you might just catch some people, especially in school. You know what I'm saying? School, man, when it first came out, it was crazy. But people was breaking their lunch break, all kind of stuff, man. It was crazy, man. But that's where it started, man. You know. But once that played out, I just figured, I just like, man, I want to go ahead and MC. So I just picked the pen up from there, and you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing changed.
Okay. I was having a slight issue hearing you, but I can hear you now.
Or I
Say
can't
that
hear you.
last part again.
I
You
can't hear you.
can't hear me?
Something happened.
Can you hear me now? And what about now? What about now? Can you hear me now? You still can't hear me? What in the world is going on with my... Oh, Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
Still
can't
no?
hear you, man.
Hold on. What about now? Oh God, man. What in the world, man? Still no.
I can hear you
All right,
now.
what about now?
Yep.
Okay. So if that, sorry y'all, technical difficulties, man. So we back, but what does creating take from you? Like when you creating, what do you usually get from it?
Man, you know, creating, that's like, it's like you finishing a drawing, you know what I'm saying? And you putting the finishing touches, man. When you create, it's like painting a beautiful picture, so to speak. You know, what I get out of it is the self satisfaction that I built it from a word or a thought from ground zero. You know what I'm saying? You know, people think
It
it's
sound
easy, but it's not easy. So it's from coming from the essence is the thought, the concept, the subject matter is the nucleus. You know what I'm saying? Of what you're trying to do. But you gotta have, that's the main ingredient, man. Subject matter.
it sound like you look at it like it's a science project, man.
I mean, hey, I mean, you gotta look at it like it's actually a shot in the dark. But you gotta make it the best it can be for you. First of all, it starts with you. So, in hopes of, that's how I write it, hopes of it being received as dope as I hear it, and you know, and usually that kind of works out.
So at what point once you started rhyming, did it start getting like real serious?
Um,
Cause you name the reason I asked that is because off top you name some MCs that are some real dope MCs. So did you start off around those caliber MCs or did you kind of elevate into that?
um, man, it was just, it was more or less like,
Like you mentioned Zelensky.
yeah, all of see those guys back then, I was just a fan, so I was more or less like inspired. It was so many reasons to be inspired. While you have haters just hating for their own reasons, but for me, it was inspiration. I was inspired by those MCs, man. I mean, they from your city, and they good, and they getting airplay and all kinds of stuff like that, man. Why wouldn't you? You know. So that's how it was.
Was there any pressure?
What you mean pressure? What you mean by that, sir?
Like when did you feel any kind of, as far as when you're around those type of MCs coming up? Did you feel like, okay, I gotta really, really step my shit up,
Oh,
or was it just a natural thing to where that wasn't even a thought process?
yeah. For me, it wasn't even like that. It was just that when I heard them, you know, first of all, I was rooting for them, but when I heard them, that was just the battery pack, so to speak, for me as far as inspiring me, because I wasn't on their level, but I was, still messing with the pen, still trying to find, trying to find, develop my craft. You know what I'm saying? So it was a journey, and stuff like that. And you just find out a lot of things along the way that'll work and won't work and won't work.
I noticed you work with a lot of artists, and most of the time when cats work with a lot of artists like that, they have a competitive spirit. But with you, you don't appear to have a competitive spirit. You have more of a community type spirit, you know.
Right,
But you have an ability to turn that switch on and off at any given time. So
right,
can
right.
you
Respect
talk
that.
about, yeah, can you talk about the development? I'm just because it looking at it from the outside in, I'm trying
Hmm.
to see how this transition from, where you start to how you just become like a nucleus of, you know, an all around MC, you know?
Wow, man.
Most
I mean,
artists come in and they kind of come in and they can master one lane.
hmm.
But you come in and it's like you basically come in like a method man. You, you come in and you the main street, you the main artist, like.
Word.
So was that intentional?
It wasn't intentional at all. I just go with the flow, and when I did the first collaboration album, which was uh, Bars of Justice, when I did that, and it came out well, as you can see right here. But when I did this collaboration album, um, it really went well. I mean, it really went well. And so I was like, okay, so I'm gonna do volume two. So when I did volume two, it was the Heat Monsters, as you can see.
We're gonna get to it. We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah. So,
look. But but
so
but your first project when you started working on that, as far as the collective, did you have a vision of putting a lot of artists together?
yeah, I did.
Right.
Because Bars of Justice was the kind of like my blueprint. So what I'm saying, which really, I was went with work last time, and so that
Gotcha.
worked for me real good, and I just you know, and yeah, man, we before you know it, we had it done. You know.
Yo, Bars of Justice is heavy, man. You got some heavyweights on there, man.
Oh yeah, man. You already know, man. Like I said, nobody even like the first song on here, man, "Ready for War" with Burt the General. I mean,
Yeah.
man. I mean, then I got Call of Duty, which a lot of people like. Know
Zig
for being
and Bill,
Call of
yeah.
Duty. Yeah,
That was the,
yeah.
that was the first song that I saw this man perform, y'all, and he ripped it. He ripped this song, y'all.
Yeah. This our joint though right here, man. And then like I said, and then that momentum with featuring Pick Chambers, man, and that's a real banger right there, man. And like I said, and last to clap with Veteran Eye on there, that was crazy, and then Loose Cans. No apologies.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it was a good project, man. So I had to come back for the people for Volume 2.
Which song was the took the longest to come
Oh,
with?
you know, I gotta honestly say, I really didn't have no problems, man. These guys, they already, like they already active in the studio all the time. So it was like I'm dealing with somebody that know what they're doing.
Right,
Everybody
right.
on here, it was just like them just getting there, and then it don't take long when you know always. Well, I ain't gonna say always, but you're active in the studio a lot. It just it don't take long to get work done. You know what I mean? So I didn't really have no hiccups or anything.
What was the most fun aspect of creating Bars of Justice?
Well, because I knew what was stewing in the pot, and I knew what I had once I had all this going on. So you know what I'm saying. So it was more or less me knowing that I had the secret weapon, and it was just I'm just contemplating on, you know, when I should drop. And once I had got everything I needed to launch it, and I had a release party, and that's on my YouTube page, and it was real nice, man. It came out beautiful, man. And, people perform, people was chilling, man. It was a blast, man. Yeah,
What was the reception like at that party? Like what was it like, man? I can only imagine.
man. It was it. I mean, man, people came. It was like everybody was just engaged in the music, man. I had a video recorded, man. You'll see how everybody was just enjoying the hip hop, man. I mean, man, we did Call of Duty. Me and Veteran did Last to Clap. Shoot, me and Loose Cans. I mean, it was a man. We really had a good time. Like, everybody that was there was involved, man. Yeah,
That to me, that project it says a lot about Greensboro, the hip hop scene. I mean, it represents the how everybody have unity.
yeah. At least the community of people that I deal with is we trying to build the unity,
Right, right.
because it's just been a lot of other stuff along the way that's been going on for a little while, and so we may not can't get everybody to follow suit, but we gonna at least make it a better situation for everybody for hip hop, you know what I'm saying, and keep it positive, you know, and keep that positive vibe, you know. So far so good, you know.
I think this project will be remembered for that.
Word. I hope so, man. Like I said, man.
I mean,
Just,
you made it clear that you was sharing the love.
oh yeah, yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Like I said, man, if don't nobody else do that, I'll just be the one that'll do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just time for NC to be recognized, and not just certain. It's time for Greensboro. You know, say it with me now. Greensboro. It's just time for Greensboro now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Charlotte, all that right there. All of them. But now, and I'm not being funny about any other, city, because I like all this,
Right.
the triad and all that. I like all that, right? But I've been in Greensboro a long time, and you know, like, it's certain ones that I felt like that should have really got recognized on a big, you know, level. You know what I'm saying? Like the rest of the ones that we, all grew up to know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I just feel like, it's a couple of MCs that I feel like didn't really get they just do. They got some got some shine, but I'm just saying I just feel like we just been looked over, and you know what I'm saying. I think now we might be able to be seen and heard a little bit more now, if you notice. So we
Okay.
just we gonna keep going, keep working.
Who was some of those MCs you feel like got overlooked?
Well, I really like, okay, as far as opportunity wise, I really felt like, you know, Dana and them should have been really like right there, you know what I'm saying, top tier at the time for Greensboro. You know what I'm saying? It was very creative. A lot of people might not remember them, and then a lot of people might do remember them. But back then, when you think of Greensboro, I mean, you kind of automatically think of Dana Lucci in it. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's just an automatic thought.
Facts.
It's involuntary. It's like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like I said, I felt like, he definitely could have got more shine and recognition. You know.
I agree, man. I agree. It's unfortunate, because he did a lot
Hmm.
in a short amount of time.
Exactly. Exactly.
For
Hmm.
real. So rest in peace, man.
Yeah, R.P. Dana
So
Lucci.
yeah, man. Yeah. So when it come to your pen game, what do you say are your strongest assets? You say you see yourself more of a heavyweight lyricist, or more of a poet or songwriter. Break it down for someone that never heard you. How would you
Mm,
describe?
that's a good answer. Question. Okay. More of um, relatable quotables in life events. So I speak on stuff that goes on in life every day. You know what I'm saying? You know, like thanks for nothing. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, you know, stuff that you can relate to. Um,
New new beginning.
New beginnings. I mean,
That's
I got
a Bruh,
changes
that
on the way.
song, yo. New
Word.
beginnings, man.
Yeah.
If you ain't seen that video, y'all need to go check out New Beginning. That video is. I had to say that, man.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. Cause I really like it, man. It's we captured the moments, and shout out to Brian Staples, man. Brian Staples, he, first up, he shot that. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate. I'm really thankful for for how it turned out and how we got a little motion on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's building up, man. And like I say, man, I'm thankful for. Very appreciative to have that, amongst other videos that that's on the way too. As a matter of fact, yeah,
Put a lot of work in, man. You be doing a lot. I've seen it firsthand. Videos, songs,
yeah,
performances, all in the same time, basically.
yeah.
People don't see that though. They just
Hey
see the
man,
front,
yep. They
project.
see the end of it. They just see the end product here. They don't see everything that went into it. They didn't see the ingredients. the mortar and the brick and the gravel and the dirt and the water. They see all that getting mixed up. You know what I'm saying? They don't see all that. They just see what's finished. It's a lot of work, man.
Why is it that you think fans don't appreciate the hard work that MCs such as yourself put in?
I mean, well, you know, it could be a number of things, but today's times, man, people just ain't the same. We don't have the same listeners. You know, got a lot of restless spirits out there.
Tell them.
So, you know, with that being said, man, you know, positive over negative. You know, been a lot of negative music. So now it's only right that the positive make you know spin the block and come back. And if you notice now, you know, people are now, you know, now going toward positive music. It's making a comeback. You know what I'm saying? You know, I applaud anybody that's keeping it positive. You can keep it dope and keep it positive. You know, you know, you
Yeah,
can still do it. You know.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Now, when you're writing a song or creating, right?
Hmm.
What do you value the most? Like as far as how can I put it? I'm trying to experiences. Do you value past experiences more or future ambitions?
Mm. Okay, so that's a mixture because I'm a crock pot when I start cooking with that pen. So you know, uh, it's a little bit of the past. No. It's a little bit of the present. It's a little bit of the present because all we got is the now, hopes of the future. So I kind of speak on the present and past previous experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
A split splash of the past, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
got you.
it's
I got you.
yeah, yeah, you know, put it all together. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. And you know, I like that people. Um, you know, I just like that. I don't like that a lot of people haven't heard me, but I like element of surprise when they may underestimate. I may not look like or whatever, but once you listen to the music, I let the music speak
You
for itself. You know what I'm
you
saying?
you like that element of surprise, huh?
I love it, man. I love it. I love it.
How do
Yes,
you
sir.
how can you tell the reactions? Is it
It's more like
talk about it?
it's more like um I don't know, like some people give you that look like, man, what he going what gonna say? They I mean, like, you come in there, I done went to a show or two or whatever, man, and a couple of the young fellas, they give me that look like, man, what gonna do? He gonna perform, it be that look like that, but I love it because that outcome will be, see, they don't know I'm at home, you know what I'm saying, getting it together, man, on the able table, man. I'm in there putting that work in, going to the studio, doing stuff like that they don't know. And then
Putting that work in.
putting that work in, man.
They don't know.
They don't know until it's time to do the show.
Right.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
Till it's
For
time to
real,
do the
man.
show, and then that's when it's a go. You know, that's when it's a go. It's time to do the show. I'm telling you.
If you feel good when you finish a project, huh?
Yeah, it do, and then especially when you know it's dope, especially when you know that you're working with dope MCs. You know what I'm saying? Like the MCs that's on this project. them boys, they stand on their own, and they got their own.
Do they?
Yeah, they got their own project. I mean, you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? You can imagine, but everybody on there got their own. So I mean, and I got skeletons. I got Zig and Dirk the General on the project. I got the skeletons on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and they got stuff out right now. Dirk the General he got his album out right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
And it's
checked it.
dope.
That joint is fire.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
it
And then
is.
Zig about to put something. He already got stuff out now, but he about to put something else out now. You see what I'm saying? Him and Snarl. Once it's coming soon. I'm waiting to hear that. I know it's dope. I mean, people that's on there, Pick Chambers. Bro Boys 2 getting ready to come out. You know what I'm saying? I got Zelensky on there. He getting ready to put some stuff out. He working right now. See what I'm saying? Like everybody that's on here is active right now, and you can hit their social media up and see what they're doing. That's these boys will back up what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So like if you purchase the hard copy, inside is a booklet where it's each MC's abilities on the mic, and then they social media. So that was the least I can do, because I want everybody to get their fair shine, man. You know what I'm saying? And the producers too, the producers page. You know, you know what I'm saying? Producers got to be seen too, as far as their names. They got I wanted to make sure. You know,
Facts.
yeah,
A
man.
lot of a lot of artists don't even have that thought process to do that.
You got to
You
have
know.
that, man. That's the least you can do. You know what I'm saying? The producers got it. They got it. They got it the hardest to me, because I mean it started from a beat. See,
Right.
it
For
started
real.
from a beat, man.
That they may
So
not even be able to own if they sample and
or whatever.
so they have to
Yeah,
give it up on both ends to the people they sampled it from and then the artist, so
all
they
that.
might be left with nothing, right?
Right. Or you
So
or you but fortunately, I deal with the producers that already have stuff like that, where that's not going to be an issue, because they don't use stuff as far as something that we can get sued on or something like that. They gonna chop it, do whatever it is they got to do to it to make sure it's straight. Yes,
when
sir.
it with production, do you have preferences?
Um, yeah, and then my teammates are they be on me. They make sure they get. I do what I'm supposed to do. I take all kind of constructive criticism, because I want to know before it get to the people. I gotta know. Be honest with me. I don't like. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the. Don't do that. Come on, man. I don't expect everything to be dope, so I expect you to tell me. Not that I'm searching for that, but if you feel that, I want to know about it. You know what I'm saying? So I can try to, you know, I try to fix all areas if I can. I'm not the best. Just I want my stuff to be the best that it can be. See what I'm
Right.
saying?
When the artists when the artists work with you, they do a song. Do they get to hear the song before the project come out, or they gotta wait like everybody else?
No, I'm not. I'm not like that, man. I mean, they can't. Of course, everybody know, and everybody has the same etiquette. Where if you on a project and it ain't yours, you ain't gonna do nothing but just listen to it and wait till they put it out, respectfully, because and they invited you, but you ain't got no business trying to put nothing out if you on somebody's project. You see what I'm saying? That's just
See,
code. That's
yeah.
that's
Okay.
gone without saying. You know what I'm saying?
See, it's
Yeah,
cold.
yeah, that's code.
And what's some of those rules that Mr. Adams will not tolerate when it comes to working with other artists?
Oh my God. Okay. Now look, because first of all, let me say this.
Took the
Because
glasses
some,
off.
yeah,
Oh man.
because no, it ain't like that. But because when one pays for everything, when one pays for the studio time, and when one pays, for people time, however it is, you have to being on time is the biggest, my biggest pet peeve if you ain't on time, man. That just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man, especially I've been hollering at you the whole week, or checking on you, letting you know it's getting close to the time. This and here I've been stood up and all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that really get up under your skin, man. You know what I'm saying?
I bet.
Yeah, we don't waited on people, you know what I'm saying? I don't waited on people, still waiting on people, but I ain't waiting on nobody no more. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's that part, man. Come on, man. Usually when I work with somebody, I try to have everything already cooked up and just send it to you to make it as easy as possible. You know what I'm saying? Just write the 16, I mean, you know, you know what I'm saying? And then, we hook it up from there with them, you know? Yeah, man. Being on time, man. Being on time and being at least truthful about, if you don't like the song or something like that, be truthful and say, nah, I don't, I ain't gonna be able to rock with that, man. Be truthful, man. Don't, some people, say, I like it, get that and other. And it don't really be like that, you know what I'm saying? So, just a little more truthful and working would go a long way. You know what I mean?
What's some characteristics in MCs that you see that that make you know you willing to work with them?
I'm gonna tell you how fast I get, you know, the music back from them. Like the turnaround is like no later than a day or two. I got what I asked for. You know what I'm saying? You know, the turnaround, I look at it as professionalism because I got it back fast, and then we getting ready to then they gonna show up on time at the studio when we gonna lay it down. You see what I'm saying? I like to do the pre-production of it and then send it. You know what I'm saying? But once I go to the mothership, live wire, that's where I do all mostly everything I do is over there. So once we get there, then I just put the smack on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we do it. Yes, sir.
Talk about pre-production. When it come to pre-production, because a lot of artists just go in the studio, record a track. Some of them
Yeah.
don't even get it mixed.
Yeah. For me, it's kind of like a personal preference. So I would just say for me, I like to do pre-production because I can live with the song a little bit more, and then I can know exactly where I want to put this at, how I want to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like what I might need to take out, my tone. It's a lot that I learned from that, and instead of going to the studio and then you have to, you know, go through all that there when, time is money there. That's why I say you gotta do your homework while you're at home on the able table, man. Put your work in because when you go in the stew, at least the way I think, I know that, I'm not trying to rush, but I know time is money. So you want to go ahead and get all the hiccups out the way before you get there. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I do it. Yeah.
So I got a good understanding of you as an artist. I've seen you work in the studio. I've seen you perform live. I've even seen how you interact, personally. And
Right.
artistically, you bring it all together. So
Word.
when it with this Heat Monsters, how does
Mm.
how does that tie into everything? What does that represent? right now?
Man,
Cause
it represents uh like a real dope unity family, man. You know what I'm saying? Of dope MCs that's undeniably dope on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you go to these shows. I'm fans of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I listen to all their music, you know. So yeah, man, you looking at, like some lyrical assassins, so to speak, you know, you know, concept invaders, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to really like have somebody somewhere with an opportunity, really, really take a look at these dope individuals. You know what I'm saying?
right,
You know,
right.
and these guys that's on here, I put them with the best of them. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
These dudes are dope, man. I mean,
Hand picked.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah.
So what was the first moment? Describe the. I want the location, like in detail. What was going on? What was you doing? What was you going through when Heat Monsters clicked? The title.
Wow. Um, I was having a conversation with Bobby Turnbuckle, and like I say, some people, you know, you might say something dope, or they might say something dope. See, I'm always trying to find hooks and concepts and stuff, even off conversations when I have with people, and they may say something dope and don't even know it just in the conversation. But I said something to him, and it was like Heat Monsters, and because when I did Bars of Justice, I had the Heat Pack. When you get the bundle, and I call it the Heat Pack. So I always had that heat on me, but Heat Monsters, because it was so dope, it was so fire that that's what came out. It was like Heat Monsters. I kept saying it. Then I said, "Yo, I'm gonna call the project Heat Monsters." And yo, it just and then it started ringing. The name Heat Monsters. That makes you want to know what's that?
I love it, man.
Yeah,
That
and
shit.
then I got something for you when you wanna seek it out and see what Heat Monsters is all about. I got something for you, like for real. The first song, you listen. I really back this up right here, man, because the first song, I did with a guy, S. Blau, you know what I'm saying, and he's a legend, you know, and so I mean, brought it back, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I mean, it's so crazy, you know what I'm saying? And that's like, and that's a Bobby Turnbuckle production right there. And I think that might have been I want to say the third song that we probably did, you know, and we just held on to the song for a little while, and then I got it with S. Blau, and he blessed it, and it was a wrap.
Heat Monsters, man.
Yeah,
You know it's trouble when you hear that name.
hey,
You had that look like, yeah, man, I don't fuck the game up. I know I did something my way. You be having that look when you talk about it.
it's just high energy. It has a nice it just have a lot of um high energy, you know what I'm saying? And it's dope music, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a breath of fresh and it's clean, you know what I'm saying? So I don't miss any opportunities on getting any airplay. It is clean and everything, you know what I'm saying, for the people. You know what I'm saying? It's good energy. I mean, man, you can play it and you ain't even gotta take it out. Pause. But you ain't gotta even do that. You just you just it. It'll play, man. It's good all the way through. And at the end of it, me and Veteran, featuring Veteran I on had a song called For the Culture. I ended it with For the Culture, produced by BDI. So, shout out to Lords of Underground. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just, like I say, man, I'm promoting this, but I'm telling you, if you deal with the boom bap, this is where it's at. I'm telling you. And
I've
like I
heard
said, hmm yeah, yeah. I know you have heard a lot of
a
stuff I've
bit.
been doing, but um this will be on Bandcamp in a couple of more days. I'm gonna put it on Bandcamp. Right now I got the hard copies if anybody's, wanting to experience the Heat Monster experience, man. It's a real, good, yeah, absolutely.
How, how many joints is up there for the people?
Man, uh, I think it's like I'm opening up right now. I'm opening this up right now. I want to be correct when I tell you. But yeah, I got 12 joints on here. 12 joints. And so with this right here, um, I know y'all can't see it or anything like that, but once you open this up, what I did and what I wanted to be different about this is because it has a booklet, like I was saying, and I like to show it off because yeah, I'm proud of the artwork. Shout out to Kyron Scott for the magnificent artwork, sir.
Yeah, it's dope.
I mean, come on, man. Like nobody's doing this not for their artists. Ain't nobody doing this for their artists, man. Come on, man. I got my man Jamal Matters right there. That's the artist from Raleigh. You know what
Shout
I'm saying?
out.
That's my man Pete Grant right there. That's my man up top. He from I think he's from New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pete Grant. We got a joint. He's featuring on a joint called Aggressive Defense. You know what I'm saying? Um, I have to make a correction on this right here and add BDI on here on my next run. It'll be corrected. But these are the producers, man. I couldn't have done it without them. You know. But first off, I couldn't have done it without the Lord blessing me with these concepts and thinks and thoughts. You know, can't even get started without saying that first. You know,
Well,
and
what are
so
some of the? No, go ahead.
no, that was it. That that was all I had to say on that. You know what I'm saying?
Anything you learned about yourself during the?
Patience, patience, and I don't have any. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been working on my patience, but I don't have patience because I be wanting to get stuff done, and I move with an urgency to where I want to get it done.
Okay.
And sometimes I don't have patience with others that work at a pace that I don't work on. So yeah, gotta work. I'm working on that.
As an artist, when you have a joint like Heat Monsters, how do you contain it? I feel like I'm a fan, and I'm like, let's go. Since March, I've been
Right,
waiting outside, like,
right,
yeah, let's go. Even though I've heard bits and pieces, I'm still like, yo, I'm ready, I'm ready. Let's
right,
go,
right.
let's go, let's
Oh man,
go. Like, so I
yeah,
can only imagine how you feel, to see how people gonna take it, which you already know how they gonna take it. But how do you contain that?
man. Hey, it's my sleep. My sleep pattern was thrown off because I was so excited because I knew what I had. You know what I'm saying? Like as a collective, it was how to contain it. It's more or less you still keeping yourself busy, so that doesn't fester and stew in you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got that. But I was, I just started working on a couple more. projects to to try to keep my anxiety from that right there because I knew, and I just had to be patient with that to really bring it out, the right way for the people. So I'm getting ready to get the merch, get a little merch and see how that go. And I got a few people that want to get some of that merch. So yeah, man,
Yeah,
slowly but
man.
surely,
I
slowly but
got
surely.
yeah, man. I got some orange and gray and black Air Maxes, man.
Oh,
And
word.
I don't got no shirt. I don't got no shirt though to match it, man. I got some black shorts. I even got some like dope. I got some dope Nike socks.
All right.
San Francisco. But I just don't got no shirt to match it. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. Like,
Man, yay.
it's gonna be hot.
The
It's gonna
merch
be
is
hot
coming.
this summer. You
Hey,
know.
the merch is coming. And although my friend, my homeboy, Loose Cans, Elephant LR, what I'm saying? Unlike him, I will make sure you get one.
Oh
I
man, he
guarantee you
gave me
that.
one.
I guarantee you, I'm gonna make sure you get one. And
Oh man, shout out to Loose Cans,
shout out
yo.
to Loose, man. And
Yeah.
it's too hot for me right now. I ain't gonna get into that, but it's too hot for me to wear what I have right now. Hopefully, if he see this, I don't
Oh,
know.
he gonna see it.
I couldn't even get one on my birthday. You know what I'm saying? This man get ready to have a whole talent show. I mean, not talent show, but he having a fashion show. He having a fashion show on July 24th.
Yeah,
July,
man.
July is it?
Yeah, 24th. Either 24th or 29th, but I think it's 24th though.
Yeah, Elephant Law.
Yeah.
They gonna have a fashion show, man. I gotta, I
Yeah.
definitely gotta go out there and support, support them and everything. But yeah, man.
Yeah, man. The camaraderie enhances motivation. Would you agree?
Yeah, yeah.
I could
Because
see
like,
that.
yeah, because I mean, you basically, you know, as far as feeding off everybody's energy, that's what, that's what it is. I mean, you can't do a song with everybody because everybody's energy is not going to be, you know, how you want it. It's still Hollywood acting people. They still exist, and you could never do one, even though they may have good talent. If your energy off, man, then you're only boxing yourself in. You know, you won't be able to really kind of move forward. I mean, you may be able to move forward, but in a slower pace. And sometimes you might be in your own way, man. Some people are in their own way. You know.
What's what are some of the mistakes you're seeing artists make that are holding them back? Especially the ones that are around Greensboro.
Man, I can't really speak like for Greensboro people, artists like that. All I can say is what I've noticed is that when a lot of uh a lot of groups break up money related, you know what I'm saying, within the group, and it'd be some good groups out there, and and all they have to do is just keep going, but what I'm saying, along the way they just didn't get along, and you find out it was over some money, and then they lost the love for the music that got them started and got them
Yeah.
looking. They 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 got away from the love, man, and then the money came in, and everybody ain't good with money, or you got people that'll just take for what they work hard for, and so then at the end it just be a big mess, and then they got crews broke up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like if this was the 90s, if we were riding around Greensboro, all we would see right now is Heat Monster flyers just posted on all the poles and in front of the stores. I could feel that. That's
Because
what it
that's right.
is now.
Hey, but see the thing about it, the reason why the new generation should respect the older generation in hip hop is because we didn't have no internet. We didn't have digital. We had flyers and word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? And radio if you could afford it. Because I don't even want to get into it, but the gatekeeping of the radio was playing a big part along the way as well. You know what I'm saying? And the prices was so expensive for somebody that really had the talent but couldn't afford the prices to even try to advertise their music. It was so hard back then to be heard and seen, and the ones that had the opportunity, they was gatekeeping it. It was terrible, man. They blocked out a lot of people that could have represented the city, man. But that came into play. You know what I'm saying?
With that being said, because like I said, I know if this was the '90s, you would have had everybody
Well,
with heat monsters all over. We probably I probably would have got you'd have had some cats in trouble because we would have been putting them everywhere on car. You probably would have had them on cars and shit.
hey, listen, man, I already got it out there. I
you
would make
know,
sure they would have knew what
you
time it
know.
was, man. Yeah, yeah.
So with that being said, what's the platform that help your music the most now that we aren't using flyers and stuff?
I mean, now you know, we talking Spotify. We talking, what I'm saying? We talking uh Bandcamp. You know, those platforms. But then we talking about, performing, downtown, at the Flatiron and Back Table, you know, stuff like that for the music. You know what I mean?
But the thing people don't understand, because we always hear a lot about social media is not good, but it is if you know how to use it.
That's right. That's right. You know, it's all about that. We didn't have that, so man, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for somebody that from that's not even from here, listen to your music, man, and they like it, or whatever, man. That's what makes it all worth it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have that back then. Back then, it wasn't like it was real. The struggle was hard back then, man. You know what I'm saying? So today, I mean, man, I wish we had it like that, back then. But everything's for a reason. You know.
What would the younger you be saying to you right now? Y'all passing each other in the store, and you bump into the younger you bump into the older you, and I mean it's rough. Like on some like boom. The younger you bump into the older you. What
Oh,
what what's gonna happen?
you know exactly
What,
what I would say.
what's gonna happen?
I would say, don't give up. Keep going. I know it's gonna be rocky ahead on your journeys, but keep going. You're gonna make some good music along the way. That's what I would say.
Dope, dope. People. Nobody ain't never asked me that question, but you know what my answer would be? Is come on, you coming with me?
Right.
You coming with me?
Come with
you know,
me.
you coming with me, man. But
Right.
nah, I say that I ask that question because when I listen to your music, right, it's like I'm going on a journey because you have a lot of life vibes, experiences throughout your discography. You can look at the titles and tell. And emotions. You have a lot of emotions through your music. So my question on this one is like, how do you deal with creating emotional songs?
Mm,
Going,
mm.
going through it, hearing it multiple times,
Mm,
performing it. How do you deal with that? Having to relive that
mm.
sometimes. Is that rough? Do you grow from it?
Well, luckily, I hadn't did this one particular song that I let you hear, "Power of Prayer," but um, it's just, man, I haven't really had a problem really doing it, man. It's just more like me reflecting and just being thankful that I made it out. Where it could have got bad, where I mean, I'm not no bad person, or I'm not no gangster, or affiliated in anything like that. Never have. But you know, I mean, because it's all about being the best that you can be and doing
Facts.
music. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
yeah, man.
Songs are mantras and they carry energy. And I don't think a lot of artists realize that. And to me, it defines, it basically defines your reality. So when I listen to your music, it's clear the type of energy that you carry is powerful and it's positive. And that propels you ahead of a lot of people in general, you know? Can you get that? Do you get a sense of that when, as
Um,
an artist?
um, I know that.
Hold on. One more thing. The reason I ask this is because a lot of times, you know how people say you can't see something when you're in it and
Mhm.
things of that nature. So
Right,
that's
exactly.
kind of why that's what intrigues me.
Right. So you want to know? So what do you? If you could just repeat the question again. I'm sorry, because I want to know exactly what you're saying, because I want to answer it. You know what I'm saying? I want to answer it. The best of my ability.
I mean, basically, with the energy that you put into your music, it's
Hmm.
strong and it's positive. Do you
Right.
do you get a sense of how it gives you an advantage over, say, someone who may not have that positivity in their music?
Okay, I got you. Yep, absolutely. Because people want now. People want different. Now people want a message. Now people want positive music. You see what I'm saying? You gotta you go with what's going on right now. I mean, the music is already saturated with all the negative things, and everybody done said it and did it by now. Everybody done said it and did it.
Agree.
Now let's do it the right way now. And I feel like, at least for me, what I'm saying, I can just create. I guess I shouldn't be, but if I'm creating a lane of that, then so be it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
All right.
I feel like a lot of artists, they don't realize that and they get in their own way because of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes
Right.
you could get a bit ahead of yourself, i.e.,
Mm-hmm.
my personal opinion. This is not, but my personal opinion, say someone like a Kanye, someone like that,
Mm-hmm.
he's
Right.
so big, you know,
Right.
but so to sum up your perspective as an artist, how would you define it at this point? Like after Heat Monsters, what kind of artist would you consider yourself? You still see yourself as underground?
Oh no, I don't consider myself underground. I got big records as well that people don't really know. So no, I just consider myself like a like a, I don't know, like a chameleon, more like a billboard of all types of dope MCs and you know what I'm saying, beats and rhymes, man, hip hop quotables. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a you know, like a walking collage of all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then I was blessed to be able to, you know, channel all that, you know, from the pen to the pad, man. You know what I'm saying? And blessed to be able to, you know, have them concepts and catchy hooks to, you know, to have the people really like, you know, give a good listen to the music. You know what I mean?
Yo, Heat Monsters, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a vibe, man. It's like a way of the way you have been promoting this project and
Mhm.
pushing it these last, I would say, what, almost 6 months. Would you agree? About 6 months?
Yeah, 6 months, and you know, like I said, it could have been quicker than that, but 6 months. You know, scheduling with, you know, different people, trying to get in, you know, studios sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You know, I you know, shout out to Brian Staples, you know, he's a busy engineer. So, you know, sometimes you know, shoot, I gotta check with him and, you know, see what he got going on and, you know, and so, you know, I mean, you know, all that, it did take a little bit, but you know, hey man, we here. I got, you know, all I need now is the merch, and that's about to come through. And man, hey man, I'm happy, man. We're gonna have I'm probably gonna have a album release listening party next month now, because it's too much going on in June right now. So in July we'll have a nice listening party for the Heat Monsters as well. Be sure to be there, man, because it's gonna be some dope performances going on, and
Oh,
you know
bro,
what
I'm there now.
I'm saying. Oh yeah, it's gonna be real crazy. Yeah, I can't
I
wait.
can't wait. Can't
Mhm.
wait, man.
Right.
Yo, somebody throw you a pad and a pen, and they say you got 24 hours to write a book. What is it gonna be about?
Mm. Mm. What it's gonna be about? It's gonna be called "Don't Listen to Them." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's
I'm ready.
based on self persevering. You know, through people saying you can't do it or you're too old to do it, or all because they stopped, you know what I'm saying, and you kept going, you know, the hidden hate, and then some don't hide it, you know. Oh, it's fuel for the pen. If you wanted to know what pushes the pen, you know, yeah, real current event type stuff, man. Yeah.
Bro, that was incredible, man. That's something that you have in the vault, in the plans, or
Oh yeah,
oh man,
absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's so much in the vault, man. I mean, Harold was like, you know, Bobby Turnbuckle, he was like, man, we're gonna go ahead and start hitting the people, man. I mean, I've been working, man. You know, I was like a groundhog. By the time I came up and looked around, I done, you know, accumulated a whole lot of music, you know. So yeah, and I love to work. So as soon as I get off here, it's back to work, man. No, I
I've
ain't
learned
gonna.
that from you already. Just in a short period of time, I've already learned that from you, man. Just the work
Word.
ethic, man. I've been motivated by that, and I've seen the changes in a short period of time. I've
Right.
seen a huge change in my
Oh
life.
yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
it
No
doesn't
doubt.
take a lot of work to
Nah.
to make that adjustment,
It don't, man. You know, it don't, man. You know, you do a little bit at a time, man. But you make each day count. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, well, I got a couple of days. I can just no. See, you know, you gotta have a sense of urgency to get it done. you know. And so that's the big that's the ingredient, man. Get it done.
Yeah, yeah. You
Shout
do it.
out the
You
veteran,
do
man.
it.
Shout out the veteran because he get it done, man. He modest,
Salute
man,
to
but man,
veteran
his
I,
hands be
man.
working. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, right, man. For real, man. Yo, it's an honor, man, to be able to sit down with you and build with you, man. You got a lot of knowledge, and I feel like I just touched the surface, man. You know, we gonna do this again. So,
Yeah, of course,
I,
man. You call me Master Splinter out here, daggone.
kung fu master.
Hey, hey, that's on the Smoke and Mirrors, produced by Snarf the Maker. We gonna be shooting that video real soon.
You want to talk about smoke and mirrors? Let them know.
Oh yeah, Smoke and Mirrors, man. That's a project that's produced by Snarf the Maker. I got some real nice bangers on there, man. I got the Kung Fu trilogy, which starts with Snarf the Maker, songs like Kung Fu Master and Movement Number Four, and that started off the martial bars music. That's what I call it. Instead of martial arts, it's called martial bars music. And so that started it off. And then like I say, I got a whole lot of like dope hits, man. You wouldn't even believe that's on there, man. And, then it just led into me doing the new GMG album, that we're working on right now currently. And so far we continued the trilogy of Kung Fu, what I'm saying? Inspired by Wu Tang, but I'm not. It don't sound nothing like Wu Tang. It kind of reminds you maybe of a sample or a beat, but what I'm saying and everything like that, no, it's not. I try to keep it as original as possible. And why not? Right? You're supposed to.
Right,
That's the
indeed.
code. Yeah, yeah. But it's dope, man.
Facts.
Yeah. So we moved the trilogy on to the GMG album. You know what I'm saying? I got a few on there, Tiger Uppercut, Hip Hop Game of Death. I got Snakes. I got another one, Shane Sung, The Soul Snatcher. I got some things on here, man. So, just stay tuned, man. Can't wait
I
to
don't,
let y'all hear
I
it.
don't know how y'all. I don't know how y'all do it, man. How y'all come up with all this stuff, man. All these, all these concepts, man. It's
It's the
dope,
passion.
man.
It's the passion of wanting to be dope and wanting it to be dope. It's just I don't know how to explain it, but that's basically what I want to do. I always try to find what could be dope.
Every song is like a book, man. It really is. That's what
Word.
I like. It's something to uncover.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
So,
yeah. Definitely.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Anything else you wanna unleash for the people? Cause I know you work on a lot, and I know you
Um,
said smoke and mirrors. What else you
Smoke and
got?
mirrors. Like once y'all catch on fire from the heat monsters, then once y'all cool off, the smoke and mirrors is gonna be back in effect. That's gonna be the very next project that come out. It's already done, but we just doing some little cosmetic, stuff that need to be done. But other than that, I can't wait to really let y'all hear that. Shout out to Snarf the Maker, man. Snarf the Maker,
Shout
the
out.
Maker, Snarf the Maker, man. But I just like working with him, man. He's a pretty cool dude. But yeah, Smoke and Mirrors got a lot of hits, man. A lot of hits, man. And it's just as powerful as Heat Monsters, or maybe even more. You decide.
It's gonna be a debate.
Yes, sir.
Gonna be
Yes,
a hell
sir.
of a debate, man. It's
Yes,
yo,
sir.
you gotta your joints is starting to be a collector's. You about to have collector's pieces, man.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, man. I want to be amongst, the rest of the greats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So you get out what you put in, man. Like I
Yeah,
said,
man.
I just want the people to, give it a chance. It don't matter if you know me. It don't matter. You just listen to that music, man. If you're into that boom bap, hip hop music, GMG, you know what I'm saying? That's what we good music group. That's what we stand for. Good music. New day, new beginning, all that. You know what I'm saying? All that. Mr. Adams is GMG. Bobby Turnbuckle is GMG. You see what I'm saying? So we stand by good music. Heat Monsters, that's
Facts.
still GMG. You know what I'm saying? But the Heat Monsters is formulated so great that I just wanted all the artists on the project to get a fair shine. And that's why if you get the hard copy, you'll be able to get the booklet and you'll be able to see their abilities, each one of them on the mic, and you get their social media, each one of them. And I thought that was dope.
Very much so. Now you're gonna see it everywhere. So get ready.
Yeah, yeah,
You're gonna
get
see
ready.
everybody having it, man. Get ready.
Get ready.
It's going everywhere you look.
Yeah.
Who gonna be the next one? You gonna might see blue. You might see something like Cold Villains or
You ain't no
Ice,
telling. Ain't no
Ice.
telling.
You know,
It's got to be
Ice
something.
Ghost.
You're gonna be on
You might see
it.
something like Ice Ghost. you
You ain't
know,
no telling, man.
it's
Sky's
yo.
the limit.
But we know who started this shit. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hey man, for
You
real.
know,
But
if I inspire anybody, hey man, hey, that's that made me feel good just as a person, man, because it's priceless when people that you don't know like your music. That's the most.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? People in the crowd that don't know you or whatever, or just when able to, hear what you're doing and everything, and they generally like it, man. That's what you do it for. Priceless, man.
Facts.
Yeah.
I got one more question before
All
before
right.
we end it off.
Okay.
Can you leave us with 1 to 2 bars
Mm.
that will represent what Mr. Adams is about? Cause I'm using this one as a reel, so this one people gonna see this one, so it's time.
Mm. Man, well, I could say the video that I have out right now called Hip Hop's My Therapy, produced by um B Squared and featuring Mr. Kyron Scott. And I would say like the first couple of bars is real on the song that I said. And I say, I turn to the music because hip hop's my therapy. Helped me through bad times when life wasn't fair to me. Then I picked the pen and the pad, cook up the recipe, bar for bar, pouring out what's left of me. Come on, man. I really don't know what I'd do without this hip hop. It's something I can relate to when other music kick rocks. Gonna leave it like that.
Y'all hear him? Y'all hear him? That's passion pouring through the
Mm-hmm.
speakers. You know,
Yeah,
you can
y'all check
feel it,
that
you can
video
see
out
it.
too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I seen this man in the studio. He came out. You would have thought he would have been playing 48 minutes of in the NBA. Yeah. Putting in that work, man.
Yes, sir,
So
man.
yeah, man.
Appreciate
But
you,
yeah,
man.
man. It was a great interview. You know, I appreciate it, man. So
Oh
if
yeah, me
you
too,
if
bro.
you uh if you want to let people know how they can cop the Heat Monsters when it comes out, is it gonna be on Bandcamp?
Yes, sir. It's gonna be on
Okay.
Bandcamp, DistroKid, and also I have the hard copies as well. You can DM me, and we can go from there. Yeah, it's really a collector's item. I mean, out of all hard copies or whatever that's going around, I try to keep it kind of like back in the day, so to speak, where when you open it up, you can get to know the artist as well, you know. And so now I just mixed in, the social media where all it is a few things on the, and then you right there, viewing the artist that you're looking at that you might like. So, yes, check it out,
Dope.
man. It's
Yeah,
worth
man.
it. Hmm.
Indeed. Hey, man. Mr. Adams. It was dope, bro. We
Appreciate
gonna
you, man.
build again, man. And
Yes,
yo,
sir.
everybody, y'all tap in. Go check out Mr. Adams' music. Bars of Justice.
Yes,
A
sir.
Day in the Office. GMG.
Yes, sir.
Heat
Come on,
Monsters is
man.
coming.
Yes,
So
sir.
y'all support this man, yo. Alright, fam.
All
We
right,
out.
brother. We out.
Alright.
Peace. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.